Archaeologists in Egypt have unsealed a massive black sarcophagus found at a construction site in Alexandria. Excavations usually unearth mundane objects like sewage pipes or rocks, but sometimes extraordinary surprises are brought to light. Imagine an excavator breaking through rock and then workers encountering something unexpected. From nature to million-year-old fossils, we know the Earth is full of secrets. But what does this discovery mean for history? Let's take a look at some of the most surprising discoveries unearthed during excavations. On March 21, 2011, it was an ordinary day for Shawn Funk, a heavy equipment operator working at the Millennium Mine in Alberta, Canada. Funk had spent years digging through the sands, unearthing remnants of a lost world, but this afternoon would prove to be extraordinary. Around 1 p.m., the massive excavator he was operating struck something much harder than the usual rock and dirt. It would soon be identified as a breathtakingly preserved ancient dinosaur fossil. Initially unaware of what he'd found, once the dust cloud settled, the truth was undeniable. He had unearthed a 110-million-year-old notor from the depths of the earth. This remarkable discovery offers insights into the appearance and physical characteristics of this ancient creature and herbivorous dinosaur from the Cretaceous period, later described as the best preserved dinosaur ever found. The fossilized creature was no ordinary find. As Funk and his supervisor, Mike Grattan, examined the oddly shaped, walnut-brown rocks with a strange pattern, they realized they were looking at a creature frozen in time. Rows of discs resembled a tough armored back with its distinctive spikes and preserved skin. This fossil wasn't just a skeleton, it was as close as one could get to the living, breathing creature. As researchers delved into the notor's history, they realized with astonishment that this behemoth, measuring around 18 feet long and weighing 3,000 pounds, resembled a rhinoceros covered in impenetrable armor. Roaming the ancient forests, it had two 20-inch long spikes jutting out from its shoulders, serving as a defense against predators. What made this fossil even more remarkable wasn't just its size or age, it was its preservation. The creature had fossilized with its skin, armor, and even the contents of its last meal. In 1748, driven by a desire to unearth ancient treasures, a group of explorers began excavating in the Campania region of Italy. What they uncovered was beyond their wildest expectations, a city frozen in time. This was the rediscovery of Pompeii, the Roman city lost to history and buried under volcanic ash following the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. At first, the explorers didn't grasp the magnitude of their find. As they dug deeper, they unearthed the remains of buildings, streets, and everyday objects, all perfectly preserved under the volcanic debris for nearly 2,000 years. This first glimpse into an ancient world was awe-inspiring. Frescoes adorned the walls of homes, fruit jars and loaves of bread sat undisturbed, and skeletal remains revealed the city's inhabitants huddled together in a desperate attempt to escape the disaster, their final moments immortalized. This rediscovery initially sparked curiosity, but the full historical significance came to light in 1763. When the site was officially identified as Pompeii, it wasn't just a random archaeological site, it was a window into the life of a Roman city perfectly preserved by tragedy. Homes, baths, shops, and an amphitheater offered a unique glimpse into the daily life, culture, and even the final moments of the ancient Roman population. As news of Pompeii's discovery spread, the world marveled at this city trapped in time. The neoclassical movement in Europe drew inspiration from the findings, captivating artists and scientists with the preservation of ancient Roman art, architecture, and artifacts. The site became a pilgrimage destination for Enlightenment intellectuals, solidifying its place in both academic and cultural imagination. In November 2023, archaeologists announced that they may have found evidence of Noah's Arkansas. The research team, working on a geological formation in Dagya Bayazıt near Mount Ararat in Turkey, had been examining the site since 2021. Initial findings indicated that rock and soil samples from the formation contain clay, marine materials, and evidence of marine life, suggesting human activity dating back 5,000 years. This aligns with the biblical timeline of the Great Flood, believed to have occurred between 5,500 BC and 300 AD. The geological formation, long intriguing scientists due to its size, shape, and resemblance to the ark described in the Bible, measures 163.94 feet long with a distinct curvature matching the dimensions of the ark mentioned in biblical texts. A multi-university team, including Istanbul Technical University, Andrews University, and Agri Ibrahim Sisin University, collected and analyzed 30 samples in December 2022, hoping to confirm the presence of man-made structures beneath the formation. However, the discovery remains controversial. While some scientists and researchers are optimistic about finding evidence of Noah's Ark, many geologists remain skeptical, suggesting the structure is merely a natural rock formation. Despite doubts, the finding has reignited interest in the search for the Ark and could be a stepping stone to further archaeological discoveries. In Luxor, archaeologists made a groundbreaking discovery in 2020, a 3,000-year-old city buried under the sands near Luxor. This lost golden city, named Aten, dates back to the reign of Amenhotep III, one of ancient Egypt's most powerful pharaohs. The excavation, led by renowned Egyptologist Zahi Hawass, revealed a remarkably well-preserved city with intact rooms, walls, and structures filled with everyday tools and artifacts such as jewelry, pottery, and amulets. The discovery is considered one of the most significant finds since the unearthing of Tutankhamun's tomb. Professor Betsy Bryan, an expert in Egyptian art and archaeology, emphasized that this discovery offers a unique glimpse into the lives of people during a time when Egypt was at its wealthiest. The city appears to have been active during the reigns of Amenhotep III, his son Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, and his successor I. Excavations have revealed distinct sectors, including bakeries, administrative, and residential districts. Colorful pottery, scarab amulets, and mud bricks stamped with the seal of Amenhotep III add to the significance of the find. As excavations continue, archaeologists hope to uncover further discoveries, including tombs and additional treasures. In the shadow of the majestic temple of Hatshepsut. The North Asasif necropolis is a place steeped in history and mystery, where a dedicated group of archaeologists works to uncover secrets long buried in ancient tombs untouched for centuries. With careful brushes and chisels, they reveal remnants of the past, making a startling discovery that would send shockwaves through the archaeological community: a collection of 9 crocodile heads. This extraordinary find challenges existing beliefs about ancient Egyptian funerary practices. Dr. Patrick Chudzik, head of the research project from the Polish Center of Mediterranean Archaeology at the University of Warsaw, was astonished by these remains. He noted that no other burials involving crocodiles had been documented in Egypt before, as mummies of crocodiles had previously been found only in temples, never in tombs designed for humans. The heads were found in 2 elite tombs, one belonging to Kati, a high-ranking official during the reign of Mentuhotep II, and the other likely to a vizier. These tombs served not just as resting places but as portals to understand a civilization that both revered and feared crocodiles. Interestingly, the crocodile heads were wrapped in linen but not mummified in the traditional sense, sparking curiosity among the researchers and suggesting a symbolic significance beyond mere decoration. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the crocodile god Sobek represented power and protection. He was both feared and worshipped, and his role was amplified when he merged with Ra, becoming Sobek Ra, the solar deity. Dr. Chudzik explained that placing crocodile heads within tombs wasn't just an act of reverence but a way to provide protection for souls navigating the dangerous realms beyond death. These crocodile skulls had been left behind nearly a century earlier by Herbert Winlock of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, when animal remains were considered insignificant compared to treasures like jewelry or statues. In a scene almost cinematic, archaeologists exploring the ancient thermal springs of San Casciano dei Bagni in Tuscany stumbled upon remarkable bronze statues crafted over 2,000 years ago. With each brushstroke, they uncovered a collection of 24 well-preserved statues, including a sleeping Apollo and Hygeia, the goddess of health, whose arm entwined with a serpent symbolized healing. This discovery is one of the most significant in recent history, highlighting the fascinating transition between Etruscan and Roman cultures and revealing figures representing emperors, mothers, and children. Another incredible find, Macamosaurus rex, the largest marine crocodile ever discovered, measures 9 meters long and weighs 3 tons. This ancient creature, unearthed by Federico Fanti and his team at the University of Bologna with support from the National Geographic Society, offers insight into a time when Macamosaurus ruled the oceans. Paleontologist Stephen Bruzat emphasized the significance of this discovery, as the region remains largely unexplored for fossils. With teeth adapted for crushing and a powerful bite, Macamosaurus rex was a versatile predator that likely ambushed prey like sea turtles. This discovery raises questions about survival during mass extinction events, challenging our understanding of prehistoric history. Evidence suggests that rather than facing complete annihilation, many marine reptiles adapted and thrived despite environmental upheaval, sparking ongoing debates among scientists on how extinction events impact various species differently. In an almost cinematic scene, archaeologists exploring the ancient thermal springs of San Casciano dei Bagni in Tuscany unearthed remarkable statues crafted in ancient Italy over 2,000 years ago. History lay just beneath the surface, and each brushstroke revealed secrets buried under layers of mud and mineral-rich water. Suddenly, their efforts yielded a breathtaking collection of 24 bronze statues preserved for over 2,300 years. This striking discovery not only captivated the imagination but also illuminated the transition between the Etruscans and Romans. Among the statues was a sleeping Apollo and Hygeia, the goddess of health, her arm entwined with a serpent symbolizing rejuvenation and healing. As archaeologists carefully excavated the relics, additional figures representing emperors, mothers, and children emerged, hinting at the vibrant life that once thrived in this sacred space. The significance of this find is immense. It is considered one of the most important discoveries in half a century. Mimo Ossana from Italy's Culture Ministry emphasized its rarity, comparing it to the Greek bronzes found off the coast of Calabria in 1972. This treasure trove included not only statues but also thousands of coins and inscriptions left by visitors seeking healing in these ancient waters. The baths themselves were developed by the Etruscans around the 3rd century BC and later expanded during the Roman era, with emperors like Augustus frequenting them for their therapeutic benefits.